Hey guys, welcome to Playground Sessions YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about Vince Guaraldi a little bit today. We're going to be talking about the theme from his composition Skating, and we're going to talk about the way that he wrote this right-hand theme, how we can use that as a warm-up and a technique exercise year-round, not just for the holidays. Let me show you. Once again, here it is. Focus in on my right hand here. Check out what it's doing. So there's more to it, of course. Some cool harmony, a cool chord progression there. There's way more to this piece, including a beautiful bridge, a piano solo that Vince Guaraldi himself takes. But I really want us to zero in on that right hand descending, cascading figure, okay? We've got two notes being played at a time. We're playing intervals of thirds through this C major scale. So let's dig in a little deeper. What we're gonna do first is get our right hand up in what is, I guess, an F position. We're gonna get our thumb on F. But we're playing through the notes that are in the C major scale, so it's all white keys still. This is just our starting point for our right hand. And here's the pattern we're gonna do. Okay, so our hand position doesn't change. We start with 2 and 4. That's pointer and ring finger. Those guys are on G and B. And then we move that up to our 3rd and 5th fingers. Middle finger and pinky then play A and C. So that's our first thing I want us to try. Let's get into the position and let's play G and B with 2 and 4, and then A and C with 3 and 5. We can go back and forth between those. Guys, this on its own is even a nice warm-up. G and B with 2 and 4, A and C with 3 and 5, okay? And we can toggle back and forth. Now the next thing we'll add is, that's our bottom of our position, right? 1 and 3, or thumb and middle finger on F and A. So the pattern goes, and again, we can loop that. I always encourage you to take a little chunk of a larger piece that you're working on, isolate it, and loop it, okay? That's a great practice technique for anything that you're working on. So let's do that again here. We'll get back in our position and we'll loop this pattern. You can do that for several minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long your attention span will let you do it, or your roommate will let you do it. But the goal there is to loop that in time and get each finger feeling loose and independent enough that it can play its key on the keyboard without either playing it too quiet that the note doesn't register, or playing it too loud that it accents the note, something like this. All right, so we had a loud one in the beginning. My last note, it didn't even register because it was too quiet. So this is a great exercise to work on finger independence, but also control between the fingers, dynamically speaking, right? We want to be able to play each finger, each note with pretty much the same level of attack here. Now, when we're playing something musically, when we're performing, we want variety. But when we're working on technique with an exercise like this, we want to go for consistency, okay? Let's see if we can work on that. Now, that's a great exercise to do that. Now, you don't want to go too fast where it starts to get sloppy, right? So you want to find a comfortable tempo where you can retain that control. And by the way, you can do this from any starting point in the key of C. Let's start in C position and see what that sounds like. Right? That's also pretty cool. Let's start on E. So this is actually the insight that Vince Guaraldi found with this warm-up. That little 5-finger position exercise, when moved down through the scale, creates this melody. I'll show you. I can actually take that pattern pretty far down, all the way through, down and up the piano. Vince composed this melody to go from here to here. So it spans about an octave, a little more. It's a couple of hand positions. And I'll show those to you now. So the pattern, again, That's where we left it, right? We end it by doing 2 more. We go up again and back down. So there's really 6 of these 2-note groups per phrase or per position, right? We go. That's the phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 6 of them. Then we move down. So our first position is here. Our next position is here. We do the exact same pattern. Next position is here. And then we kind of pause here when we get to C on top. Let's leave it there for now. Let's keep this pattern going from our first position. Let's pause, regroup. Next position starts with these notes right there, okay? So we're gonna move 2 and 4 to there. Then our thumb can come out. Now we're in our new position. Okay, here we go, same thing again. 2 and 4 are gonna come over, thumb comes out. Last time, 2 and 4 over, thumb out. We could even do it like that. Sometimes I like to add the E of the C major chord underneath. That sounds nice, but we can stay in our same position up here if we want to end it by going like that. So one last time, guys. And let's keep it in that same position. That's the main theme from the first part of Skating by Vince Guaraldi. It's also a fantastic warm-up, right? You could do the same thing in your left hand, by the way. Briefly, I'll show you that. What we're doing on the left hand is we're just gonna mirror image what the right hand is doing. So it's kind of the reverse. As the right hand does this pattern, it's working its way down the keyboard, right? Left hand can do the same thing, but working its way up. That's also a nice little melody unto itself, right? A melody and a harmony. It's a cool little musical device that's built into what really amounts to a great finger exercise for, again, building technique and strength and more control. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Phil. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. And be sure to check out the Playground Sessions interactive app. It was co-created by music legend Quincy Jones. Playground teaches the piano with interactive feedback and gaming features, all while using your favorite songs.